Hi everyone, it's Mish here, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back for more. And if you are one of my returning crafty friends and kindred spirits, hello, hello, hello. I'm glad you're here with me today. Today is going to be another week in the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. If you aren't familiar with this, it is just a weekly collage challenge set by Margarete Miller. You can find the prompts on her Mellow Miller account on Etsy, and she gives a number 5 prompts and then a bonus, which you can do it as well or swap out for something, and it's just kind of fun. So the prompts for this week are someone smiling, a vintage advertisement or illustration, an image with a gradient color, a page or piece with handwritten numbers, an archaeological find or treasure, and a bonus is a word written in your favorite language. So I've already got down one of my gradient colors, and I just kind of got the idea because I did it last week, so I thought, why not? And I was over at Canadian Tire today to get an extension cord, and I just was walking by the paint, and I thought, oh, that would be a gradient color. So I've already got that down. I've left a little space on the side here where I can put my prompt later, as I like to put it behind my page. The next thing I wanted to get down was a vintage advertisement. So this came from the Sears and Roebuck catalog, the 1867 edition, I think. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to use this receipt, I guess. It's for material. So it's for flannel and satin. And I kind of thought it went well with the theme of this little vintage advertisement. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get your tailor-made suits. So I'm going to put that down, but I'm thinking I've also got just a couple things in gradient color. So it goes kind of from darker to lighter and across into another color. So I kind of thought that was gradient, as well as this one here. So I want to get it in behind this, I think, to start. So I'm just going to get this down. It was a lovely, lovely, gorgeous day today here in Halifax. I think it went up to 14 degrees. I could even open up the living room window to let Chester kind of breathe in the lovely fresh air, which he loves to do. I think I'm going to put that a little bit over there, I guess. Not really sure. Oops, it's down now. And then I want it to be able to tuck this. Yeah, I think it's too high. Oh well. I don't think I'm going to get it off without tearing it. Well, maybe. Where there's a will, there's a way. I just go gently. I just want it more of this little banner to be seen. So I probably should have put the little banner down first, and then I would have known what I was doing. But I had intended to get up this morning and come right into the craft room and do some stuff, which I did. But then I thought, I want to get over, I needed some milk and stuff. And I thought, I'm just going to go now. And then that just led to a morning of errands. But I did get the mail. And I did get some, oh my gosh, incredible happy mail from Valentina. Valentina, you are so kind. And I've been having a little bit of a hard week this week. A friend of mine passed away very suddenly, and it's just been on my mind. So it was just kind of nice it was a nice surprise, and I guess sometimes things come to you just when you need them. So thank you very much, Valentina. Okay, so I'm going to put, I think, that little splash of color there too. So I guess I'll just get that one down. And then that's going to be another little piece of gradient. I guess maybe either suit. I guess I'm going to have to cover that up a bit, but I want to offset that. I think I'll put this a bit over this way. Okay, and then this is going to go down. And then I've got my smiling person. So let's just get this down. And gosh, tonight, so I then got a delivery from Amazon of a sit-stand desk for my office. So I spent the afternoon putting that together. And then now it's almost 9 o'clock. So here's my smiling face. So she doesn't have a huge smile, but I can see in her eyes that she looks to be smiling. You guys can dispute that if you like. But I just feel that she's smiling. And I just like that picture. And it kind of went with my theme. She's got a secret that she wants to tell us. She has a secret admirer. Okay, so then I'm just going to get this down roughly here. And then I have something else. I don't know if you'd really call it a gradient of color or not. But when I was looking for my words in a favorite language, well, I don't really have a favorite language. But I happened to find some words. And last week, if you remember, the theme was hope and just having hope. And so I just happened to find these little cutouts that says hope. And then there's hope in Spanish. And then in German. I think that says hope in German too. And I thought that would be, I really like that. But this butterfly and these gradient little tag things were with this butterfly. And I just happened to put the butterfly down, and I really liked how that looked. How she's just peeking through. And, you know, she's got a secret she wants to hide. So I love this. So I'm just gonna get that down. I like how she's kind of hidden in behind there. With don't underestimate a woman. That's what this means. That's what this layout is. Or is it that she just has hope? You know, get this right. I want to get it so that I can see her eyes as well as her mouth. Love it. Okay, so got that down. And then I've got my words here. So I've got my hope. Hope springs eternal. So how do I want to do this? I was thinking I could do them kind of just off at an angle, like just kind of like that, as if they were just kind of thrown down onto the page, kind of like that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So in the happy mail that Valentina sent, she sent me some really gorgeous stamps. Oh my gosh. And I thought I would use a couple of those stamps just to do a little bit of stamping around the page, just to kind of draw it all together. So the stamps I'm going to use, one is, the backing is here somewhere. Here it is. It's like a ruler, and it just says Better Supply Company. So I love that. So I thought about just getting some little ruled edges down, and then just a little label, and then this gorgeous bingo card. Love it. So I'm just going to do maybe a little bit of brown first with this. I actually think I'm going to take that off the block, and I'm just going to stamp it up and see what it looks like. Oh, that's cool, but it goes this way. Okay. I had it upside down there for a second. And I think it could go a little darker. That's really cool. Okay. And then I've just got this little label. And again, I think I'll take it off the block and just put it down like so. And then I just wanted to do a little bit of the bingo card. I'm just going to take that off the card, off the backing. So I really like how that turned out there. And then I think lastly is I just have a couple flowers here that I thought would look good to embellish the page. Like so. One there. And then if I can get this off, I tried to loosen it up just before I started filming, but sometimes I had it all loosened up there. There we go, I can feel it. Chester, he's been sleeping all day on the bed. Well, he was in the window there for a while. Okay, and I know it's covering up some of that advertisement, but it's a collage. So I love how that. Do you think it needs anything else? I think it looks pretty good. So we've got all of our prompts. I didn't do the archeological find, but I swapped it out for the a word in a favorite language, but it's not necessarily my favorite language. All languages are my favorite language. I wish I knew all the languages of the world, but that's my collage. I hope you enjoyed that. See her peeking out there? Love it. So I just wanted to just take a few minutes just to go through some of my happy mail, if you guys are interested. I'm telling you, it was a big box of stuff. So I already showed you some of the stamps, which I absolutely love. I just use stamps a lot. Valentina, I don't even know how you could just... And I absolutely love the background stamps. Oops, I was out of film there, out of the screen. I love those. There's so much you can do with a big background stamp. Love these. I can't wait to find some ideas to use those. I get so excited when I see those little slide things for the slides. Some lovely lace. And then I'm thinking this might be one of my next projects. I absolutely love this little notebook. So it has the laminated cover, and if you saw one of my last videos, I did a laminated traveler's notebook. And then we have a little laminated insert, which is good for writing messages or putting a sticky label that you could take off later. And then this really cute little file folder that's laminated. And then a couple more little books. We've got the graph paper, some lined paper. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then a little owl die cut, so I can't wait to use him. And then some really lovely background papers. Oh, that's really pretty. I love the little bag, so I got a little bag to go in my next journal. Some little stamp fabrics, some little owls. I love this, and I love that frame. And then some little wooden bits. I love these little crocheted flowers. Valentina, did you make that on the paper clip? Absolutely love those. Some tags, which are really gorgeous. I think I might do, for my spring, I'm going to do like a owl flower type thing. Love that. Love the little bags and the little tea bags. And then, oh, look, isn't that gorgeous? Little rabbit napkin. I have to find something special to do with him. And then some puffy owl stickers and a lovely card. So I thank you so much, Valentina. You're just so very thoughtful. And it came just at the right moment, too, just like things do in this universe. But I hope you liked my video for today. If you did, I'd like a like, and consider subscribing if you would, or share it with a friend. And until we meet again, I do hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.